Hi, and welcome to NicoCosmica. This is a tarot reading for 2025. When you find it is when you need it. I'm not going to put any sort of date on it. It's been a while since I've done a reading, but I felt like it was necessary because of some things going on around the world, on the internet, relating to me, my people, my family. So let's get into it and see what we got. We have the King of Wands, Anubis in reverse. Anubis, as you know, is perceived to be a god of the underworld in the Egyptian pantheon, in their cosmology. But this is in reverse. So at this time, globally or in your own life, you may not be feeling as though you have a guide, that you don't know what is going on and you can't see the forest through the trees. This also could be a reading for somebody who may not be older. So we're not maybe talking about a king, but they're not a child. So if this is a person, you feel like this is resonating with you, it's not a personal reading, but as we go on, if you feel like this is resonating with you, we also don't have a child yet in this reading. So we're probably talking about an air sign or a water sign, and it's somebody who's going to be between the ages of 20 and 35. Let's see what we got. We have the Chariot. So this could be somebody, again, who is a water sign. Air is also presented here, but movement. Someone could be moving. There could be an issue with a vehicle. It is not in reverse, so someone might be buying a vehicle. Also, we have Hierophant. So when we have the Hierophant, we are talking about somebody whose vehicle might be religion, spirituality, a tarot reader. We don't have cups represented in the Queen of Cups being reversed. So this could be several things. We could be looking at a family situation or a family dynamic of the king representing the father, the page representing the child, and the queen representing the mother. So in reverse, a broken home, somebody who's now moving from that broken home, somebody who is moving on or buying a new car. But I think what this is saying is we're dealing with an air sign so far. That's the only sign not represented here. And Empress in reverse. Again, we're talking about a younger person, 20 to 35. I'll have to see further if we're talking about a female, but this is somebody who might be a tarot reader. And let's get into what's going on with them. They're not in alignment, whatever they're doing. Knight of Pentacles. They're ready for a fight, particularly over something that's going to affect their money. So there might be a tarot reader being called on the carpet. They're not walking away from the situation. They're bored, potentially. Five of Wands reversed. So they have a lot of armor. So what they're doing, this person who, again, this could be on several different levels. So whatever resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, move on. But what this is we likely have an air sign, potentially a tarot reader or somebody who's making their money through spirituality. This person has a lot of armor, so they might have a lot of followers. They might feel like they have a lot of protection. But in having the Five of Wands reversed, they don't actually want to fight. And I think it's because they can't stand on the merits. Seven of Swords, they might have been stealing from somebody. It's cannibal in reverse. So how they don't want to fight is they don't want to cannibalize anymore. They're going to stop stealing. And that's actually going to help them move on to their true destiny, because right now they're not. And in stealing, they've affected their love life. Wow. They've affected a lot in dealing with relationships, but they became a star at that expense. So this does point to somebody who's a tarot reader with a lot of followers, or somebody spiritual with a lot of followers, and they feel those followers are their protection, that the followers are the ones who will gang up on somebody who calls them out, but they were stealing from somebody, and their followers don't know that. And we have definitely a salamander. It's somebody who uses witchcraft. So they might be using a glamour spell to take someone's voice, appearance, work. This is somebody who's a shifter. The salamander in magic is akin to almost a chameleon in that they aid or foster the work. But we're not at the point of having a newt, but we are in the family. So I'm guessing a witch. And there we go. Bam. You are not going to believe that. Whoop, get it into focus. Fortune teller. We are talking about a tarot reader who's been stealing. Point blank. Female or female energy, female presenting, but they have been stealing from somebody. Probably another tarot reader. Or somebody who has the gift who hasn't been recognized. Their goal was emperor. So they might be working for somebody overall, like maybe there's a company that hires tarot readers, potentially for YouTube or like a Psychic Friends network or something. Whatever's been happening, this person has been stealing in an effort to be the best, be the star, to rule over something, get some power, or to actually get a man who's the emperor. It looks like, now death is in reverse. I had initially thought they were going to stop stealing because the theft was in reverse. So they might stop stealing, but they're not going to stop their channel. They don't anticipate a fight. Let's get some more reading here. Let's see what we got. They're going to lose. They have the World in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's definitely a woman. She might be on the taller side. This is Amazon, Queen of Swords. So that we're definitely talking about a feminine energy, a female, more than likely. They might be aided by a relative or somebody who's older. They might feel like this person will defend them or has given them money. It's Nine of Pentacles. They're making money off this theft. What do we have? She might be into necromancy. How are they doing this? Ten of Cups. She is messing up her relationships hard. There's a Queen of Wands who's going to go up against them. Again, we have necromancy. Ace of Swords. The truth is coming out. So we have a tarot reader who is younger, who might be getting mentorship or some sort of financial support or a lot of money from an older woman. So she might have one primary kind of wealthy client. Or we're talking about potentially like older women being drawn to their YouTube channel. The person, the witch, is using necromancy, which might be part of their glamour spell. But the truth's coming out, and it's going to be through a Queen of Wands. So it's going to be a fire sign who's older, who knows the truth about what they've been stealing. What happens? Seven of Pentacles. She loses a lot of money. One card fell. Oh my gosh. You are kidding me. Boop, boop, boop. Justice. Yeah. Somebody is about to out this tarot reader for being fake, and she's stolen something. But with Salamander, it's like, how can I explain this? Let's say as a child, you were born with a latent talent and you could sing. And people would describe your voice as being like an angel. And then over time, jealous people got into your head. Maybe you're not that good, you don't live in the right area. All the singers live in Nashville. All the actors live in Hollywood. You don't live in either of those. So why don't you go work retail or something? Give up on this silly dream of yours. Well, if you're part of this reading, strangely enough, it's part of something orchestrated. So if you think of like those pageant moms, you would have been the person that had you been given like the money and the opportunity would have been queen of everything. You would have swept the pageants. You would have been on The Voice and become a star. You would have been discovered on YouTube. But there was another pageant mom, so the Queen of Swords, who stepped in and gave that opportunity or helped another person who didn't have your voice or your talent. And so they used witchcraft to steal the opportunity, to steal your gift, your ability, your literal voice to sound like you. And they've been using witchcraft to affect the person in question, to continue stealing from them. And now it looks like they're about to get caught. They're going to lose money. But they've definitely effed up their relationships. Oh, yeah. And this is coming soon. 8 of Swords. This is coming in. That was at top of deck. Wow. So let's see what else we have here. I'm using a different deck right now. We have Prada. So fashion is a sixth sense. This is definitely about someone's psychic ability. This is what was stolen, was somebody's ability to shine as a spiritualist, a tarot reader, definitely a fortune teller, because we had that card before, a fortune teller. And now we're having sixth sense. You can't argue with black. This is somebody who uses black magic. Be a diamond, strong. You're going to have to be strong and, let your light shine through. Whomever orchestrated this used fear and humiliation and bullying. They may have been tactics that the child has felt, or you felt since you were a child, and so you didn't recognize them as bullying because they were grooming for other people, at least one other person. Wow, let's see what we have. Be a legend, not a myth. Wow, that really talks to kindred. But and Versace uses the symbol of Medusa. And we're talking about this is somebody's Hydra. This is somebody who, and they probably used multiple people. They went at all your talents. They went at all your abilities. And they wanted to basically take one person who was super talented and divide that person's talents among several people. And they probably used witchcraft to affect their reality, to affect their gifts. What do we have here? Gebo in reverse. Yeah, no unity. And it might be that we're talking about someone with darker skin and someone with lighter skin as either the Queen of Swords or the person who's going to reveal. And it's eternal. That's really interesting. There's a sign of infinity and they don't have a gift. Oh, this is getting a little spicy here. So this is somebody, the person who stole does not have a natural gift. And that's what they wanted. They weren't gifted. They didn't know how they were going to make their money. And they've blown up. And you've probably seen, if they're on YouTube, you've probably seen consistent work from them. But their ability to do it, like if they're the sound of a siren or something, if they're drawing you in, it's because they're using somebody else's gift. Somebody who could actually lead you. Somebody who could actually do the tarot work. So this is really interesting, only because right now I am reading tarot, and there have been situations where it has sounded, not only am I losing my voice, but it has sounded like people, I've actually heard people who sound like me, which is really disturbing. Let's see if we can get a couple more cards here before I lose my voice. Excuse me, as to what the outcome is going to be. This is one of the reasons why I have not been doing videos, but it's a sure sign if somebody is working your throat. 5 of Swords reversed. There's not going to be loss for the person they stole from. The person they stole from is blossoming. 2 cards fell. I'm going to grab them. Yeah, there's no sorrow. 3 of Swords in the reverse. 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I have a different setup, so I'm not sure you guys can see this. But this is the 8 of Wands. I'm going to put it up here because it's an actual like Hydra. I'm going to pull back the camera just a little bit so you can see that it is an actual Hydra, and I was just talking about this. So not only is this coming quickly, so we have the 8 of Swords, like they want to walk away from the situation, probably won't, but it's not causing sorrow for the person that they stole from. It's going to cause sorrow for them. but they've gotten away with it for a while. And it's because there's many people involved. This is a hydra. So one person's running the show. They may have one organization, one person, one group who's doing this, who's behind it, but they have lots of individuals who are helping them. And that's going to make for powerful spell work. It's going to make for an easy cover. It's going to make for trolls on the internet who are going to go after the person that they stole from. So even if the person that they stole from tries to have a presence on the internet, these people are going to attack because they're a hydra and they're supporting the lies that have been told and the magic that's being done to give many people the opportunity that was supposed to come to one person. It's like they just can't, they're mad over one person getting a lot of gifts. And they think that those gifts should be spread among them, even though they weren't blessed by a creator. They weren't blessed by God. They were meant to do other work, either because they have karma or because they have just a different lesson to learn. And instead of these people accepting that and accepting what was supposed to happen in their lives, they've decided to attack somebody magically, spiritually, financially, and with this person steal from them, steal their many gifts. And that's how they've made their mark, is through another person's gifts. I'm going to see if there's anything coming, because it looks like someone's going to out them. Somebody who's older. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Their reign of terror is coming to an end. The Ten of Swords. So they are about to have a reckoning. And it's going to be as a group. The Ten of Swords, the Hydra, is ending. Oh, it just fell. Let's see. Four of Wands, reverse, fairy. They're not magical. It's going to be outed that they're just plain old humans with no talent or ability. They're not really psychically viewing anything. Now, of course, this is always a reminder that this is for entertainment. But Four of Wands, reverse. No celebration for these people. That's for dang sure. Let's see. Ace of Cups. But as much as the Hydra ends, unfortunately, they're going to try to start something new. So they feel that they're going to get blessings in their relationships once this all comes out. Let's see if that's true. Two of Pentacles, they're going to start new ventures. But they're going to lose money. They go down to an Ace of Pentacles. They probably are reborn as something else. They probably change their names. And it's going to look like they escaped judgment. Let's see, but they're worried. Well, they're not worried. Let's see, Magician. Warlock. And the Ten of Wands, being burdened. These people, I hope they don't get away with it. They have no worries in the world. They're getting ready for a fight, but they have no worries. Why? It might be because the person that they stole from has no defenses. Nobody who will fight for them. Nobody who can help them. But let's see what their outcome is. Because this is almost feeling like Icarus, man. This is like they rise up to fall a little bit. And then they rise up again. What's going to be... I don't have many cards left in the deck now. Let's see if we can pull one. Here we go. The Moon. It's all deception. And there's a werewolf. They are barreling down towards something that looks like their destruction. But let's see if there's any cards left for their outcome. It's deception that they're winning. It's like they called the person they stole from delusional or crazy, but they're actually the delusional ones. Yeah, Four of Swords in reverse, the vampire. There is no true rebirth for this. It'll look like they are. They'll probably announce another channel or go under a new name, and they'll get some followers and think, Nobody stopped us from doing anything, and it's not a true revival. Yeah. No new start. Full in reverse. So I have a new setup. I might show the cards later. I don't know when I'll do another reading. But if you hear anybody who sounds like me, there's some weirdness going on, and just remember the salamander, and that they have also High Priestess in there, Hierophant in there, and the Magician. So there's something afoot. Anyways, take care and keep on flowing.